Hey everybody, it's Dr. Joe and my friend Trudy, who is also one of my mentors. And today we're going to show you therapeutic yoga for the hip. So let's get started.
Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert.
So Trudy is also a registered yoga instructor and she's from Canada! So Trudy, I'm going to have you tell a little bit about you and your channel.
All right, guys. Hi, I'm Trudy from Heal Wellness and Therapy. Check me out on our YouTube channel, Heal Wellness and Therapy, or our website, healwellnessandtherapy.com. So today we're going to be focusing on the hip joint and the best exercises to do that are yoga-ish and physical therapy-ish for those hip joints. So we're going to start with a yoga pose that is called Gait Pose, a modification of it. So let's get up into a position of kneeling onto your right knee, left knee, right leg out to the side.
Okay.
All right, now in that position, what we want to do is make sure that the weight-bearing leg, the femur, the leg bone is perpendicular to the floor. How we looking there, Joe? Looking good. Right hand, take the hand to the crease of the right hip. Now here's what you're doing relative to the hip joint. A lot of us, whether it's hip pain, a groin strain, hip arthritis, or it's just good old aging. The hip joint is a ball and socket, and oftentimes what we need to do is just stretch that ball off of that socket, and that's what we're going to do right here. So as she weight bears that hand down into the crease of the hip, take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, side bend over and pushing down into that hand. Now left arm, reach it up, nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, side bend over even more. She's got it. Now, can you tuck a little bit under with that? Yes, and she just did it. She tucked her tailbone a bit to get right into that hip joint. Holding there, do you feel your inner thigh muscles?
I do.
Nice deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. One more time, deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out, good. Left arm, inhale, reach it high, exhale, relax it down, and then bring that right knee in. Let's do it all over on the opposite side. So left leg out to the side, right knee vertically stacked on that hip, the foot straight behind. So real important to see that this leg is vertical, because if you're already too much in a stretch, you're not going to get this left hip as much. Left hand onto that hip joint while she's there before we do anything else. Take a deep inhale, and then as she exhales, side bend up and over that hip, push that hip down. Her hip is going nowhere. What's going on, Joe?
It's my bad hip.
That's a bad hip. All right, so push that hip down what you think you can. Right arm now without hitting knee. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, side bend over. Now, she is not done yet. Can you give me a pelvic tilt? And there it is. Hold it there. Give me a smile and a nice deep inhale in and exhale out. Push that hip down. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep inhale. And exhaling, then with that right hand, inhale, lifting it up, exhaling it down, and getting out of that left hip that she doesn't like to be in, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now, number 2 for the best exercises to do for these hip joints for therapeutic yoga, we're going to tackle the psoas muscles, creating length through the front of the hip extension, and getting some glute facilitation or some strength through those glute muscles. So, Joe, let's get your pelvis on this bolster in an inversion. So place your hip in the front corner of that pelvis, feet down this way, and then as you get yourself on it, scoot yourself forward on the bolster because we're going to lay on your back. You've got it a little bit more. Okay, she's almost there. Now lay down on your left elbow, and then once you get there, roll yourself down onto your shoulder and then over onto your back. Voila! She has made it in an inversion on a yoga bolster. All right, so knees up to the chest to begin. Now, This is about the hips. So what we want to do is really create some length through the front of the hips. The number one motion people lose with walking is hip extension with a little bit of internal rotation. So that's what we want to play with doing this particular therapeutic yoga pose. So let's start with this right leg. So keep your left knee to your chest, take your right leg, nice deep inhale, kick that leg straight out like you're trying to knock someone out. And then as you exhale, bring that leg down to the floor. Wait, is it going to come down to the floor? It's going to make it down to the floor. Now, left knee stays into the chest. So you can see that right now we're creating this length into this right leg. Her knee is bent, so I'm going to make her work really, really, really hard now. But before we do that, create a little bit of turning inward of your leg. So imagine your toes starting to turn inward. That's what you want. All right, are you ready, Jo?
I'm ready.
All right, straighten that knee. Kick that heel down and push real hard. Feel your glutes engage, holding that right there. Give me a nice deep inhale and an exhale. You've got it one more time. Keep that knee straight. Push that heel down. Facilitate those glutes. Deep inhale and exhale. Let's relax. Bring the right knee back up to the chest. Let's do it on the left. So left leg. Kick it out on the inhale. On the exhale, it drops down to the floor. Heel to the floor, knee straight, right knee to the chest. She's faking it a little bit because this left hip is tight, but I'm just going to let her go with it. All right, are you ready, Jo?
Yep.
Keep that knee to your chest. Keep that heel on the floor. Keep that knee straight and take a deep inhale here. Exhale, tighten the knee, push the leg down into the floor. Feel those glutes engage. Holding it there for me. Nice deep inhale into the belly. That's it. Exhaling. She's smiling, but I don't know that she's feeling like smiling. One more breath. Deep inhale in. And exhaling out. You've got it. Beautiful. Bring that left knee back up into the chest. So doing that for multiple breaths, not only are you lengthening the front of the hip, but you're strengthening the back of the hip and the glutes. Kind of a twofer if you want to think of it that way. All right.
All right.
Last exercise for these hips. So we're going to get ourselves off the bolster. So grab the sides of your bolster and just kind of push it, and I'll take it out of your way and then grab you a yoga block. Voila, we have a yoga block. Now, the hip capsule, so that ball and socket has lots of material keeping it nice and tense. So what we're going to do next is a hip capsule stretch. Oftentimes in a fitness world, we do figure 4 stretches. So let me show you what a figure 4 stretch is. Go for it, Jo. Crossing that ankle over that knee, pulling that leg up, and there you go. But guys, most of us doing this, we're so out of our hip and into our pelvis and our back. So let me show you the therapeutic yoga way to get these hip capsules nice and lengthened, and you need a yoga block. So take your yoga block, place it in your right hand, take your left hand and sit on it. So place your left hand underneath your bottom. Now what that does is it promotes the pelvis in staying neutral. So she's not going to let the pelvis rotate when she crosses this leg and the ankle up and over that knee. So go ahead and cross it. Now sit into that left hand. You've got it. See how everything kind of moves to the left? That's what we want. Block onto the knee, holding yourself right here. Now take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, gently push the knee away until you feel it in the outside of the hip. Jo?
Feel it in the outside of the hip.
We're doing it right. So sit into the left hand, push into the right knee, hold it all right there. Take a deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Real slow exhale relaxes that hip capsule even more. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Releasing the block, taking the left hand from underneath you, uncrossing that leg. Let's try it on the opposite side. So left ankle over right knee as left knee bends. Right hand underneath the bottom and sit on that bottom. Stop that pelvis and lumbar spine from rotating. Then take that yoga block or whatever you got that looks like a yoga block at home. Place it against that left knee. Now sitting into that right hand. Nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, start to push that knee away, feeling that stretch right out here, getting that hip capsule exactly where we need it. How we feeling?
Good.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Sitting into the right hand, let's do 2 deep diaphragmatic breaths here. Deep inhale in, slow relaxing exhale out. You've got it. One more time. Nice deep inhale in and slowly exhaling out. Beautiful. Releasing the block, releasing the hand, uncrossing the legs, and the most perfect hips are here with us now.
Ta-da! So there you have it. If you'd like to help support my channel, make sure and click on the link over there. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking down there. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon. And
hey guys, it's a therapeutic yoga class, so let's end the yoga way. Hands to heart, smiles on our faces. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Namaste.
namaste.
The highest in me salutes the highest in you.